Hi, my name is Isha, and today I'll be talking about fast fashion. Next slide, please. So what is fast fashion? Well, in order to keep up with the changing trends, companies design their clothes to be used for a short time and then thrown away. In order to sell the clothes at a cheaper price, companies use low-quality materials, which include dyes, which are harmful for the environment, and the employees who create these clothes undye them. The fast fashion industry has a huge effect on the world. Next slide. So what stores are considered fast fashion companies? Well, some of them include Hennes & Mauritz or H&M, Forever 21, and Gap. Forever 21 received a D+ from the 2017 Ethical Fashion Report, which brings light to issues such as forced labor. Forever 21 also sells low-quality clothing, meaning that the lifespan of the clothes that they sell is much shorter, leading to more clothes being thrown away and left to stay in the landfill. At H&M and Gap, most of the supply chains are not certified by labor standards, meaning that employees may not be treated fairly or may not be getting paid at least minimum wage. Gap has also made a public statement to reduce carbon emissions by 50% by 2020. However, no progress has been made. In addition to these problems, there are some huge repercussions of fast fashion. Next slide. So every year, 11 million tons of clothes are thrown away in the US only. Since a lot of the fast fashion created has harmful chemicals in them, it takes forever for them to break down, causing them to stay in the landfill and to continue to release harmful chemicals for 200 years or more. In order to get rid of the huge amounts of clothing coming in each year, clothes are burned, adding to the increase of carbon dioxide levels in the air as well. And this isn't the only problem with fast fashion. Next slide. There are more repercussions. According to sustainyourstyle.org, the majority of garment workers who work for fast fashion companies work around 96 hours a week. Just as a comparison, an average worker works around 40 hours to sometimes 80 hours a week. In addition, people aren't paid enough money to meet their basic needs. In the UK, it was reported in the Sunday Times News that workers were paid less than minimum wage for their work in garment factories. The minimum wage in UK is for workers 25 years and older is $8.72 an hour. However, the article stated that workers at the factory were being paid as little as $3.50 an hour. And if you think that's not enough, the people in Bangladesh earn 32 cents an hour for their work. And the unfair working conditions don't stop there. Workplaces are also very unsafe. On December 17, 2012, the Tarzeen Fashions factory in Dhaka in Bangladesh went on fire due to negligence. Yarns were stored illegally in the open ground floor. Flammable items were supposed to be kept within fireproof walls, however, they were kept on the ground floor. There was no fire escape and no sprinkler system to aid factory workers to their escape, and they had to use the regular stairs to leave. However, some employees kept working due to orders from mid-level officials at the factory. And this isn't the only incident. On April 24, 2013, just 5 months later, another building collapsed, which is called the Rana Plaza, as you can see in the picture. It's a garment factory in Dhaka in Bangladesh, killing 1,134 workers due to the building being unsafe. Just one day before this catastrophe took place, attention was drawn to the building because of cracks in it, and it caused evacuation, closure, and a warning to close down the building. However, the owner, Sohail Rana, stated that the building was safe to return to. This just goes to show that this could have been avoided if proper safety rules were being followed and executed. After the Rana building collapsed, more than 220 businesses signed the Accord on Building and Fire Safety. And according to Embolden Society, the Accord is a legally binding agreement between brands and global and local trade unions to evaluate and maintain safety measures in the garment and textile industry. Since the increase, there are some improvements being made, such as an increase of factories being reevaluated and remediating safety issues in the building, and more employees who are able to file complaints, which get looked into and solved. Next slide. Fast fashion can also affect waterways and water supplies as well. In order to produce cheap clothing, a lot of harmful dyes are used in these clothes. And when washing them in the dyeing process, a lot of these harmful chemicals can seep into rivers and can contaminate water supplies. Employees also have to work long hours with these harmful dyes, which can be very harmful to their health. So with all these problems fast fashion produces, how can we slow the effect of fast fashion? Next slide. Some great ways to slow the effect of fast fashion is by donating clothes which you no longer need to use to places such as Goodwill and Savers, where other people can use these clothes instead of them just getting trashed. We can also stop shopping at fast fashion stores such as Forever 21 and Gap and start thrifting. Selling old clothes or donating them is a great way to slow down the amount of clothes going into the landfill. Apps such as Depop, Poshmark, and ThreadUp are great ways to shop from home. Reusing clothing is also a great option. Old clothes or scraps of cloth can be used to create masks, bags, or blankets to donate. Well, that's it for me. Next slide. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed learning about fast fashion and that you can help slow the impact of fast fashion. Are there any questions?
Well, I think you made a really good point about reusing your old clothes to make more clothes and blankets and bags. And also, this is a plug, but we're holding a donation. We're holding a donation for plastic bags so that we can reuse the bags and make blankets for homeless shelters. So if you could donate, that would be nice.
Yeah, we have more information on that. We didn't set up any donation sites yet, but we're like estimating it to be a couple days after the first day of school, so we'll keep you guys updated on our Remind and Instagram. I also had a question for Isha. So I noticed you didn't talk about shopping from sustainable brands. Is there a reason for that?
I was focusing on the downs of that, but like sustainable brands are also a great way are a great place to shop from. However, they're very expensive in order to support their employees. So like some items can be up to like $200 per clothing. So I just focused on some easier ways to buy clothes like this. But yeah, there are other good options to buy clothes that are sustainable.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Also, I have a question about, like, you said the employees of the companies are paid minimum wage, but technically, like, wouldn't they be considered third-party workers? Because, like, the people who make the clothes? Because I don't know if, yeah, I'm just a bit confused about that.
Well, when I was researching, I just found out that they were paid the minimum wage that they could get, which was like the amounts I said in my presentation, but they didn't talk about how they were like third-party workers in this, in like the fast fashion industry.
Okay, I'll search that up.
I just have like a comment. Wait, can you guys hear me? Yeah. I watched a Patriot Act episode on this, and like the guy said that like a lot of times when you donate clothes, they're like shipped off to like developing countries, but then like as we talked about with like plastic waste management, those countries don't have the infrastructure or like not the infrastructure, those countries like the clothes that are shipped there, a lot of the times they're like unusable, like they have holes and rips, so they just burn them. Have you heard about that? I don't know.
I was talking about like donating to like Goodwill and Savers where they stay here, but yeah, a lot of people donate clothes that can't be used, which isn't a good thing. So I guess what we could just do is to donate things that are like lightly worn, something like that can still be used for that. But yeah.
Yeah. So Goodwill, everything that we donate to Goodwill stays in like that store.
I'm pretty sure. We also donate to Savers a lot, and they stay in the store. I don't
Okay.
think.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.